Welcome. Today we're talking with Anna Hockett. She's the Senior National Account Executive at Doxim. Anna helps financial institutions digitize their client experience, communicate more effectively, and improve cross-sell and upsell activities. Anna, welcome, and thank you for joining us at Credit Union Digest.
Thank you so much, Larry. I'm so happy to be here.
Great. And so let's get started, Anna. As you well know, credit unions have a regulatory requirement to provide statements and other communications to its members. How is the transition to digital delivery affecting those required communications?
That's a great question, Larry. So the interesting part about what you just said is that there are these regulated or these requirements that are regulated to send certain documents and certain pieces of communication to different members of credit unions. And let's just call it one of them a statement. So if a credit union is able to meet their member where they want to be communicated to, so not just in print and mail, which we also do at Doxim, but really in the digital space, whether it's an email or a text message or availability to look on their mobile apps to view their statements, you're really able to enhance that communication with your member. And that's really the one appointment you have for sure with your member each month, that they're going to either open an email or open their app and take a look at their statement, or open the mail to look at that piece of communication. So that's where the digital part is so important right now, because people are expecting that their credit unions and the places that they interact with are able to present these types of documents digitally. So presenting it digitally is so huge right now, because a lot of people really won't even look at it unless there is a digital option in place.
Great. Yeah, you have a good point about the expectation of the digital delivery of information on that. So thanks, Anna. So once a digital communications platform is in place, it's installed, it's working, what are the benefits to the credit union?
Well, there are so many, but I'll highlight a couple of the high level ones. And then if people have questions, I'd love to field those and answer anything like that. So the big thing that you just kind of touched on is consumers are more unique now than they ever have been. And they need to be communicated to in the way that they absorb communication the best. So having a digital platform, like something that Doxim does provide, our CCM platform, enables the credit union to reach their members in again, the way that they prefer, whether it is a text message, an app, through an app, an email, or the actual paper, print, and mail. And since people are really appreciating when whoever they're banking with or whoever they're using as their credit union actually know what their preferences are, that's a huge thing, number one, with any type of digital delivery. Number two is they're able to customize the types of communication in such a better form than if it's just a standard paper statement. So they're able to put messages about, hey, our branch is going to be closed because there's been an outbreak of COVID in this community. They're able to put, hey, we have a huge deal going on auto loans right now. They're able to do a lot more targeted marketing, even put videos on digital statements. And members love stuff like that, because again, it allows them to accept the communication in the way that they want to, and they're able to really engage with it. And it's not just something that they're going to delete. It's something that they're going to remember. And that's going to keep that relationship with the credit union and the member even stronger the more that those types of communications come out.
Great. The mass customization that you're speaking of can be very powerful. So, Anna, how do you see the digital communications platform enabling improvements in the credit union's marketing programs? How can they do better?
Absolutely. So there's a couple things. One, anytime we can get the delay of paper mail out of the challenges that credit unions are facing, that's massive, because so many credit unions I talk to are saying that their call centers are bogged down with calls just saying, hey, I haven't received my statement yet. I haven't received my credit card statement. I want to pay it. They want to get their payments in on time, but they're not getting these pieces of information. So one, cutting the post office out of it is a very powerful thing. Now, the customization of the messages for the marketing folks is massive, because like I was mentioning before, if we can put, targeted messages on certain statements for
Right.
people that it's going to matter to, that's almost a free way to get messaging out through an
Right.
existing piece of communication that's already required to be sent out. So instead of bogging someone's inbox down with a bunch of, email blasts, which is another thing that we can also help with, but really using the different white space on the statement to make sure that those different pieces are communicated is massive, because it's saving money, it's saving time, and it's able to really be targeted pieces of communication on these digital pieces, whether it's a statement or a notice, or if it's directing people to the credit union website. We on our digital platform, it's able to be iframed so that everything that they would see if they came to our site, they would see, or the CCM platform, they'll see directly on their credit union site or their portal, their single sign-on that they would use to look at any of their account balances and things like that.
Right.
So it's a really, really powerful tool to have a very simple customizable, because this is the other thing that I should mention is we know, because we've worked with credit unions for so long, not all credit unions have these big, fancy, elaborate marketing teams and departments. So having a very simple customizable platform like our CCM platform is very powerful, and it's just a huge value to any credit union.
Right. Great. Well, thank you, Anna. Appreciate it. So as you said, the shift to digital delivery provides obviously some cost advantage, faster delivery with the comment about the U.S. Postal Service, and some very powerful tools for marketing communications, as well as supporting the baseline required communications that still required, and obviously at this mass customization level for members, whether they want it by regular email, on their phone, etc. So or through an app, all good stuff. So thank you for taking the time today to talk with us.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate all that you're doing for the credit union world, Larry. So thanks so much for having me.
Great. Well, in closing, thank you for joining Credit Union Digest. If you have additional questions for Anna, please see the link in her bio.